Yo, what up, y'all? Slow-mo backslap here, slapping you with another video, and today I'm going to talk about actually some really good news. I said that like I always talk about bad news. I don't think I always talk about bad news, but this is good news. Anyway, this is good news. The Division 2 is saved. The Division 2 will have more content coming out later this year. This is awesome, especially awesome for those who are in the Division community, those who enjoy the Division 2, the Division games. There's more content on the way. Now, this message came from Massive Entertainment, and it says, a message from the Division 2 team. We see the ongoing conversation in our community, and we understand that you are eager for news of what lies ahead for the Division 2. Today, we are thrilled to confirm that there will be additional content for the Division 2 released later this year. It is your continuous passion and support which enables us to continue to build upon the Division 2 experience, and we cannot thank you enough for that. Some of you had noticed that the title update 12 was originally meant to be the last major title update for Division 2, but thanks to your continued support, we are now in early stages of development for fresh content to release later in 2021. Which is still too early to go into more details today. You won't have to wait too long, so we will share more as soon as we can. Now, I wasn't aware that Title Update 12 was meant to be the last major update of this game. I guess that's good to know now, but it does seem to me as if the decision to continue on with support for the Division 2 wasn't made until recently. And why do I say that? I say that because this message came out weeks after the announcement that Massive Entertainment was working on a new Star Wars game. Almost immediately after the shock of that wore off for those who are Star Wars fans, the gaming community overall, as well as fans of the Division games, the second question was, well, so what's going to happen to the Division? Does that mean there's no Division 3 because you're working on an Avatar game and a Star Wars game? Does that mean that there's no additional content for the Division 2? Do you just not have the available bandwidth for this stuff? We want to know. And that information went basically nowhere. They just left the Division community dangling in the wind. Silence on their part up until this statement. There haven't been any state of the games that would usually be their vehicle delivering information to the Division community on a weekly basis. They haven't had any of those in a very long time. And so if you were working on this and you had plans to do this for some time now, I feel like this decision to announce this would have happened right after your announcement of Star Wars, or right before, so that people wouldn't even have those questions. That said, they said they were in early stages of development for fresh content to release later in 2021. I'm going to emphasize the fresh content because that's what this game needs, but I'm also going to say that if they don't do two things for this game, they might as well just dissolve whatever team they got working on this, fold them into Avatar and Star Wars, and now waste their time or our time. There are two things they need to do for this game when it comes to fresh content in order to make sure that it is successful content that gets people back into the Division, satisfies the people who have been playing long term, as well as potentially brings in some fresh faces. And the very first thing they need to do with this is do something about PvP, because PvP in this game right now, abysmal. And it hasn't been that great to begin with. But PvP has to get better. One of the great things that people found unique about the Division 1 was the Dark Zone. It was a strange science experiment gone wrong, yet somehow seemed to work as well. The tension, the stress, the anxiety of going into the Dark Zone to try to get loot, to try to get that loot out without getting jacked, fighting against rogues or being a rogue and terrorizing the Dark Zone. You could do whatever you want. It was a big sandbox. It was a pretty interesting if you think about it, pretty amazing. They watered that down in Division 2 and it never really was quite the experience that it was in Division 1. They need to somehow get that back. Does that mean taking a portion of Washington DC and turning it into a new Dark Zone that's bigger and more dangerous than the 3 zones they got right now? Hey, maybe that's what needs to be done. But they need to do something PvP related for players who enjoyed the PvP in the Division, because those people, they enjoyed the Division in Division 1 for PvP are the same people who left in Division 2. So they have to do that in order to get these people back. And the second thing, and I've said this before, but I'll continue to keep saying it until they actually do it. They need to bring back survival mode. I know in Division 1, it was a massive snowstorm. That was the environmental element that made things so life-threatening, so harrowing in that kind of situation. I know this is supposed to be in the summer of Washington, D.C. for Division 2, but figure it out. Let it be a heat wave. Let it be an electrical storm or whatever. I don't know. Let it, whatever it is that's going on in Division 2, mimic the danger in being out in the elements the way it was with Division 1. You have to do something like that. You can't keep allowing your community to keep asking for certain things and you keep ignoring them. Look at where your game is now because you ignored your community. So you have the opportunity now to fix this. Give your Division community something that they want. They want survival mode. They want a better Dark Zone. They want better PvP. You give them those things, they will come back. You will see a thriving community in Division once again. Especially when you think about it, that it looks like they don't have any content, any additional content after this last manhunt going into the game from now until later this year. It's February. That's a long time with no content. And so whatever content you do come up with for a live game, for a looter shooter, that you went months and months and months with no content, it better be fire. Because if not, then the Division really will be dead. So yeah, that's my video. You guys let me know what you guys think about this. You think Division 2 getting additional content is great? Think it sucks? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know how you feel about what I think they need to do and what kind of content they need to create. And if you have different ideas, let me know that too. Hit the like button if you liked the video, hit the dislike button if you didn't. It's all good. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. Peace.